The global semiconductor market has surpassed $830 billion in annual revenue. These chips are the physical bedrock of the modern economy, dictating which nations control the future of artificial intelligence and industrial power. Western export controls and sanctions were implemented to cap China's technological rise. The strategy aimed to restrict access to the most advanced manufacturing tools and choke off the high-end chip supply. The outcome took a different path. Rather than collapsing, these restrictions triggered a massive, state-funded acceleration. This diagram illustrates how the standard global supply chain is splitting off into a secondary, isolated loop, a fully localized Chinese ecosystem. China is intentionally sacrificing peak global efficiency at the cutting edge. They are trading raw processing power for total sovereign resilience, ensuring their industrial base can operate without foreign dependencies. To see how they are doing this, we can examine the top companies driving this shift. Looking at this ranking of China's semiconductor ecosystem, we see a deliberately constructed parallel supply chain. This table of contents reveals how these companies organize into 4 functional pillars required for independence: foundry, equipment and packaging, memory, and design. The success of this ecosystem is not measured by beating NVIDIA's top AI performance. The goal is to insulate domestic tech manufacturing from foreign interference. To understand the future of global hardware, we have to evaluate exactly what these 10 companies are capable of producing today. The foundries form the physical bedrock of this new ecosystem. These are the factories that manufacture the actual chips. SMIC and Huahong are the 2 anchors here, ranking 1st and 5th by market cap. SMIC faces a strict input constraint. They lack access to advanced EUV, or extreme ultraviolet lithography, machines that use ultra-short light waves to print the smallest atomic-scale chip circuits. Because of this, they are forced to use older DUV, or deep ultraviolet lithography, combined with complex multi-patterning techniques. By making multiple passes over the silicon to etch the circuits, SMIC successfully produces 7-nanometer logic chips for companies like Huawei. They achieve the required density, but they sacrifice the high yields and low costs that global leaders like TSMC enjoy. Huahong uses a completely different strategy. They actively avoid the bleeding edge to focus entirely on mature nodes, manufacturing chips at 28 nanometers and above. They dominate in specialty power management semiconductors. These are the components essential for feeding China's massive electric vehicle and industrial IoT sectors. The foundation of China's strategy relies on securing the sheer volume of mature silicon required to run a modern industrial economy, rather than focusing exclusively on AI superchips. Foundries cannot operate without highly specialized tools. Naura Technology, the 3rd largest company on our list, provides the domestic answer to foreign equipment bans. Naura has rapidly climbed into the top 6 semiconductor equipment suppliers globally. They achieved this by aggressively replacing foreign etching and deposition tools inside Chinese fabrication plants. To bridge the remaining gap in lithography, China heavily utilizes advanced packaging, spearheaded by JCE Group. Advanced packaging is a method of connecting multiple separate chips into a single high-performance system. This 3D exploded view shows how JCE uses 2.5D and 3D packaging. They stitch together older, less advanced chips on a single silicon base, so they perform collectively like a larger, cutting-edge processor. By mastering back-end packaging and localizing factory tools, the Chinese ecosystem effectively mitigates its front-end manufacturing weaknesses. There is one sector where this ecosystem operates at the absolute global cutting edge: memory. YMTC and CXMT lead this charge. YMTC achieved a breakthrough in 3D NAND, the long-term storage memory used in solid-state drives and phones. Their proprietary X-tacking architecture allows them to build up to 294 layers of memory cells. Chinese firms are now producing high-density memory chips that rival premium offerings from global giants. Looking at this top 10 memory companies list, the presence of players like GigaDevice and Montage Technology proves China's competitive depth in this specific sector. CXMT plays a similar role in the DRAM market. DRAM is the high-speed working memory for active processing, and CXMT is currently unleashing high-speed DDR5 memory at massive scale. This rapid scale-up floods the market with domestic capacity. The sudden increase in supply threatens to oversupply the broader market and compress global profit margins. In the memory sector, these companies are actively disrupting the global pricing structure and challenging entrenched market leaders. The brains of this ecosystem are the fabless designers, companies that create the chip blueprints but outsource the manufacturing. Highlighting this list of top 10 processor companies, HiSilicon sits at the very top. HiSilicon acts as the tip of the spear for AI and premium mobile processors. They maintain design competitiveness for Huawei's flagship devices despite severe supply chain sanctions. Further down the stack, companies like Unisoc and GigaDevice focus on the vast mid-tier consumer electronics market. They design mobile SoCs, systems on a chip, that integrate all computer components onto one die, along with standard microcontrollers. These microcontrollers, or MCUs, are small computers dedicated to a single specific task. As noted in this MCU company ranking, these components are essential for range, efficiency, and logic in the automotive and EV markets. These design firms ensure that every tier of the Chinese hardware market, from budget smartphones to premium electric vehicles, has a viable domestic silicon option. Bringing the capabilities of these 10 companies together gives us a clear, objective map of the ecosystem's true global standing across a modern hardware device. In this X-ray view, memory and power modules glow green, indicating full self-sufficiency. Mature logic chips glow yellow, relying on massive scale. The central processor glows red, representing the persistent bottleneck from the lack of EUV lithography. This heat map illustrates a calculated strategy, conceding the absolute limits of AI hardware to guarantee the survival and independence of the broader industrial base. This reality has direct implications for global hardware manufacturers, tech investors, and supply chain managers. Relying on a single Western-aligned supply chain is no longer a viable guarantee of stability. Qualifying dual supply chains has become a mandatory business practice. While advanced AI development remains physically bottlenecked in China, Chinese memory and mature logic have reached a scale where they are high-quality, viable alternatives for everyday electronics. The ultimate trade-off of the last 5 years is the permanent fragmentation of the global technology landscape.